Now, I'm going to try to not to ramble too much in this video, but I want to get a lot of valid points across. I suggest everyone watch this documentary. It was on Amazon. It's called This Is Not Financial Advice. It stars that guy, Pro the Doge. I'm not going to give too much of it away. We all know what happened to him, but he's got some personal things going on there that I feel a little different about him. And what I will say is this. Here's my take from it. If my mom was living like that, I would have sold. But I would never be in that situation to sell because I'm not risky. Number two, what I've learned from that documentary is if he would have sold, he would have been wrong. And now that he hodled and held, he's still wrong. You're never going to make everybody happy. When you get up here on social media and you start making videos, I think a lot of people don't understand what it takes to get up here and to actually put yourself in front of a camera, to put your life out there, to share with people. I don't think people really understand that. But I want to dive deep into this. And when I started my channel, I never said I had all the answers.
You ain't got the answers, Sway.
I never said I'm the smartest guy in the world. What I've always said was I put the ball in your court and I share the things that I've been through and how I made it out. The videos that I make, you'll get pushback from people of color. A lot of people of color don't understand something. And here's what I really want you to understand. Everybody, wrong choice of words. Most people are born equally. You're either rich, born in a silver spoon family, or you're born in a impoverished family. And here's how we're equal. People who are born in impoverished families have made it out. People that were born in silver spoon family homes, white or black, have gone into poverty or end up in the prison system, all with the choices they made. How many people have watched Lockup and there's a white boy and he makes a comment, I grew up with my mother, my father in a great neighborhood. I just got involved in, robbing banks. It was the choices that he chose to make, the people he surrounded himself with. How many stories have we heard, black and brown folks that were born in poverty but made it out? Unless you have a medical condition, you have no excuse. The videos that I make and being an influencer, I hate that word. I want to come out and say this. Do I like Larry Jones? No. Do I like Keenan Grace? No. Do I like any black YouTuber? Do I like any white YouTuber? Do I like any of these people selling courses and classes and Discords and Patreons? No. Do I especially hate the black and brown ones? Yup, because I see through their jive ass like glass. But there's one thing you gotta respect about them. They put their lives up here. They had a dream and they went for it. And they achieved it. In the words of Mark Baum from The Big Short, would I buy a car from them? Hell no. If I bumped into them in the airport, would I sit down and chop it up with them? Nope, I'm not made that way. I'm not gonna make videos about you and then sit down and eat peanuts and break bread with you. Am I gonna brawl with you in an airport and fight you and lose my global entry and being able to travel around the world? You ain't worth it. I'll walk past you as if I don't see you. If you happen to bump into me, I may, and keep it pushing. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, you got to respect people who get up here and put their lives up here. Because a lot of people, I don't think they understand what it takes to get up here. Do I have the biggest channel in the world? No. Do I have the smallest? No. I'm in the middle. Actually, not even in the middle. I don't know where I'm at. But I know I had a goal to get up here, get monetized, and to share my story, and I accomplished that. Could I invested a crap ton of money instead of buying a Shelby for my fun and my leisure? Could I have taken that money, turned one of the bedrooms into a state-of-the-art studio with all the little push-button sound effects and all the editing and all that crap? Absolutely. Could I have made that room, state of the art, and make money rain in there and tell people a bunch of lies? Yup. But that's not what I wanted to accomplish. I wanted to get up here and share my story with people because my story is going to be more relatable, because a lot of people like Pro the Doge ain't going to be able to make $3 million or pick that one stock or hit the lottery, or we're just not going to be able to do it. We're going to have to do it the old fashioned way, like our grandparents had to do it. So when I get up here and I come out and say, and there's actually a black dude in that documentary, he's more like me, yo. Like, he's under the radar, not flashy, not risky. I suggest people check that out. I think it was a $4 documentary. In my opinion, it was worth the money. But when you get up here and you try to tell people, it makes no difference if you take my advice or you take Larry Jones' advice. Either or, you're going to have to deal with the consequences. When you get down the line later on in life, you're not sending me none of your Social Security, none of your investment money. You ain't sending me none of that. But you are sending some money to people out there who are having classes. So say you get later on in life and you're in your 50s, 60s, and 70s, you done paid money, all this money to people, and you're in a horrible situation, right? You're going to be pretty pissed off. Say you're not sending me anything, no money at all, and I know you'll be in a better situation. You're gonna be pretty happy, right? Who was right? But either or, you have to deal with those consequences. It's all about consequences in this world, and a lot of people don't look at consequences until it's too late. They always have that hindsight 2020. I should have sold at the top. I should have got out. But in reality, who knew what the top was? That's gambling. You don't know what the top was. I would have never been in it because I like to sleep at night. I'm not liquidating S&P 500s and taking loan and lines of credit out to jump into something risky. That's not how I'm made. That's not me. Whoever you decide to choose, you got to look at the repercussions. You got red pill channels up here, and I've said it before. I would not get with a single mom. Here's why. I don't want children of my own. So I'm not going to get into a relationship with a woman who has children, and I'm not going to raise another man's child because I don't want children of my own. So why would I raise someone else's child? If you meet a single woman, and she's a great woman, she just so happens to have a child, and you choose to be with her, that's on you. Either or, you fall into hard times. Let's just say you catch a DUI, you get into a car accident, you lose your job. That single mom is there with you, rocking with you. And I know a lot of the red pill will say, oh, she'll leave you the first chance she gets. What happens if she doesn't? Because I have friends that have stepfathers that they lost their jobs, and when they were little, I heard the stories, their stepdads fell on hard times and their mom stood by them, and they're still married. So say she rocks with you, she stands by you, she bails you out, she supports you. The red pill community ain't there, and I'm not there. So who's there? She is. Think about that. This current time with social media, nobody thinks of their lives. They look at other people's lives and live through these people. We breathe air and we bleed just like you. We are human. We are not, some of us might not be human up here. They may be reptile people. Sorry, I always get sidetracked. Or they may be AI videos. Who the hell knows? But for the most part, we're all human up here. We make mistakes. So many YouTubers who were big back in the day, they're taking down their channels. You want to know why? Because they grew up on YouTube. Everything was about YouTube. They went crazy. They need to find who they are. The difference is I know who I was before I started my channel. My channel didn't grow me. I grew the channel where I wanted it to go. If I wanted to be bigger, I would tell you what you want to hear. You want to hear you're going to be a millionaire. You want to hear you're going to get a Lambo. You want to hear you're going to get a you're going to get a yacht. You want to hear you're going to date an Instagram model. It's probably not going to happen. If you want it to happen, you got to go out there and get it. Some people go get it the honest way. Some people go get it the scammy way. Either or, you got to deal with the repercussions. But I've never seen anybody up here anybody up here say, I'm going to grow my channel by scamming you. I've yet to see that. I've seen people like myself that say, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I've seen bigger YouTuber influencers steal our shit. I've seen other influencers, Larry Jones and them, steal my shit. I know they watch my shit. I've seen, allegedly, let me just say that, I've seen Keenan Grace put his own twist on my kiss method. I said, keep it simple, sweetheart. He now says, keep it simple, stupid. Okay? It is what it is. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. But when I shut this camera off, I'm not thinking about them mofos. And I'm sure they ain't thinking about me. I make videos to try to help you be the best person you can be when nobody's watching. I've said that. You want to be the best person you can be when the cameras are off, the cameras are not on you, and nobody's watching. If you're going to be a piece of shit on camera, I can imagine what you are off camera. So when I get up here and I'm honest as hell and tell you what you need to hear, how do you think I am off the camera? I'm not scamming people on camera and being a nice guy off camera. I'm not scamming people off camera than being a nice guy on camera. I'm the guy you see all the time. I get up here and tell you, I will never have a Patreon. I will never have a Discord. I will never have classes. I will never have workshops. I will never have schools. I got some merch. I got the join button. I get paid from the commercials and ads that they show before my video if you're not a YouTube Premium member. But you never hear me pumping any shit to you because it ain't gonna happen. Because unless it's like Nike and then they give me Nikes or Gore-Tex or safety equipment and I use it myself, I'm not pumping that shit. Unless they a Fortune 500 company, I'm not pumping any trash to you because I have respectability and it's not worth my credibility for the few peanuts they gonna give me. Everybody has a price up here. Do I have a price? Hell yeah. You got to give me millions to pump Nike. Give me millions. I know it ain't going to happen, so I just throw an astronomical number at you. Give me millions, and I want to be able to talk my shit. You cannot tell me what I can and can't say. Okay, well, you ain't going to agree with that. Okay, looks like it never happened, and it never will happen. But the one thing you can never say is, I'm not up front. What you see is what you get. If we bump into each other in the airport, and you say, yo, I'm subscribed, I'll chop it up with you. If I'm not running late for a flight or if you ain't running late, I'll chop it up with you. You'll see I'm the same person I am on camera as off camera. Hope I gained your trust. I hope I showed you an insight to myself. And if you made it this far, think about subscribing and joining the channel. No regrets. Get it.